Welcome back to Attitude After Results, presented by Teamwork Online and the Clubhouse. Today's going to be fun because today we're going to talk about being boring. Seems like a fun topic. You guys ready? Want to jump in? Let's talk about being boring. The title of today's episode is going to be called Be the Boring Friend. And if you want to get fired up today, let's talk about being boring. How about it? The objective of today is to stand out amongst your peers and quietly elevate yourself. Work in the background. And so today we're going to talk about being the boring friend, how to quietly elevate yourself, how to be different, and then that we don't really want cheerleaders. We kind of want trench effing warriors. That's what we want. So what's new with Attitude After Results? It's summertime. Attitude After Results is coming out with a sales academy. Hunter and I are going to be programming that to get elite individuals experience in the sales world, specifically for sports. We've heard it a ton. A lot of people don't have time for academies or internships, so they're athletes and they're unable to get experience. We're going to give that to you virtually either this fall or spring, depending on how our schedules work out. And so we're excited for that. We're going to build that platform. I founded one here with the Phoenix Suns, and so we have a baseline, and we're going to give that value to people coming out. So keep watching for that as we roll through summer. Don't hesitate to reach out. It will be behind a paywall. I don't want 50 people that are just here to check a box. I want a couple people, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 1 elite individual who wants to grow. So that's what we're doing. Let's dive into it. Be the boring friend. Being the boring friend is just that. It's boring. It's not fun. But guess what? What we talk about today is going to elevate you quietly in the background. Because being the boring friend maybe means not going out late on a Saturday because you have church on Sunday and that's a goal of yours. Right? Hunter doesn't like going out all night on Saturdays anymore. Maybe for the first half. Callie and I last night had a couple drinks with some friends. Instead of being up till 3, it was only like 1:30 or so. I don't know, actually, when we got home. But we're up at church this morning. So we didn't drink until our faces fell off because we had church this morning. Right? Sundays are his day for church, for planning, for getting right before the busy work week on his side. If he goes out on a Saturday night, calls it early. Hey, I'm good. I set boundaries for myself. Maybe it's midnight for you. Maybe it's 2 or 3 drinks. Set boundaries for yourself. Have habits in place based on your goals. Because he doesn't want to waste his Sunday rotting in bed. That's his goal. Also, rotting in your bed on Sunday sucks. I've had a lot of fun on Sundays that have not been rotting in my bed. And life's pretty cool when you have a full day to yourself. Right? Being the boring friend maybe means working out all the time. Instead of going to do something after work, maybe you got to go get a lift in because that's your goal. Being the boring friend maybe means eating salad every day at lunch. Well, everybody else, like, oh, you got a salad again. Like, oh, look at you. You got a salad again. Who cares? Yeah. And by the way, I respect myself more because I'm eating salads every day at lunch instead of a burger and fries every time we go out. Right? Maybe being the boring friend is not over drinking and turning down drinks at a social setting. I got a humbling story for you. I was at a golf tournament the other day, and I was with my VP, a coworker, and a client of his. Massive golf outing here. And we get out there, and there's all these hole sponsors. If you guys ever played golf outings like this, they're really fun. If you haven't, I recommend that you get to a place where you can go. It's really, really fun. But there's all these hole activations and sponsors, and they're giving out free, ours gave out free Meta sunglasses. So I have a pair of Meta sunglasses now, which also, now that I have a pair, I'm like, these are kind of just like AirPods. Like, I don't really get it. They're just more uncomfortable sunglasses, and I could do the same thing with my AirPods, but whatever. They give like all these cool prizes, and there's hole activations. If you get a hole in one, you get to, win $1 million, or literally $1 million if you get a hole in one, or you win a car, or like all this stuff, right? So one of the holes had a tequila tasting. And it's like free drinks the whole day anyways. The company we're going to is a charity outing. They're, free drinks anyways. There's tequila tasting. I don't like tequila. I actually really hate tequila. That's ever since I went to Mexico New Year's Eve when I was 18. And that's a story that I'm not going to tell on the podcast, but I'm happy to have a conversation if anybody gets on a phone call with me. That's a fun one. I don't like tequila. And I really haven't, unless I've been peer pressured, I've not chosen to drink tequila in almost 10 years. Okay? So we get there. My coworker says no to the tequila shot on this golf course. And I say yes. And I don't like tequila. And I'm like, man. I started thinking about it. I get in the golf cart after. I started thinking about the shot of tequila. The first thought was, I still hate tequila. That was number one. And then the thoughts after that was towards my coworker. He chose not to take it. My thoughts were like, oh, you're too cool to take a drink. Look at you. You're not drinking tequila. You want a freaking sticker? Or like, come on, dude. Like, it's just one drink. And you're with your vice president, so you're not going to get upset. He's taking a tequila shot too. Yo, we're at a golf outing. We're outside. It's sunny. It's probably like 11:30 a.m. Like, who cares? Let's just do it. What's the harm of taking this tequila shot? Or even some deeper, not me personally, but like some deeper, like, dude, what a loser. This guy's not taking a tequila shot. Like, he's a loser, right? Why doesn't this guy want to have fun? And you start like I started like blaming this guy for not taking a tequila shot. He's my coworker. I like to do it. Then I realized, so then I have those thoughts in my head. And this is a very recent story. Then I start realizing the client who he was with originally was drinking a Michelob Ultra. After my coworker turned on the tequila shot, his client switched to a Michelob Zero. Which, I'm not going to get into it. I don't understand why anybody would drink a beer without alcohol in it. But that's okay. Like, drink a water. It tastes way better. I don't understand that at all, but that's fine. You get to choose you. And then I was actually riding in a cart with his client. He starts talking about how he does these outings often. And he's going to lunch often and dinner consistently with clients. And he's doing it all the time. And he's never felt safe not to drink at these. This is a 45-year-old man, 50-year-old man. He's like, dude, I feel like I have to drink at this. When he didn't take the tequila shot, I finally was like, able to drink. Then after conversation, I actually started to respect my coworker who chose not to take the tequila shot. Right? I was like, dang, that takes some guts, but that's a disciplined person right there. Now I start thinking like, man, he must have some really good habits. He must have some goals and some morals that are stronger than this tequila shot, right? That don't align with us taking this. He just changed his client's day. And he's changed my perception now. I'm like, man, now I'm looking at this after I take a step back, let my ego decide. I'm taking a look. I'm like, whoo, this guy's a world changer, right? All he did was just say no. But that's what we don't do a lot. We don't say no a lot. Because we want to be the exciting friend. We want to be the guy who's taking a shot with the VP so I can go tell people I took a shot of tequila with my VP. That's not what it's about. About discipline. I failed. Right? You can be a world changer. And it starts by being different. It starts by being the boring friend. Being the guy or girl who lives by his morals. Being the guy or girl that might get made fun of for what they're doing. But they're living by it. And yeah, this was one instance. And is there anything wrong with the tequila shot? No, there's not. But you get the point, right? You're going out of town on business, like, oh, everybody else is going out. We're going to the strip club. We're going to the bar. On a work trip, like, not me. Oh, you're having 4 cocktails and getting absolutely hammered at the work party? Not me. You're having another burger and fries at lunch? Not me. Can you be the boring friend? I'm sure you don't get that advice a lot. Hey, go be boring. But I'm here sitting and telling you to go be boring. Because boring people grow in silence. And there's not a lot of that in today's world. In today's world, a lot of people want to grow and be loud about it. Look at me, I'm growing. That was me with the Charlotte move. Look at everybody, I'm growing, I'm getting this promotion. All of a sudden it gets not taken away because there's just miscommunication on my part. But it changes and all of a sudden it's not about me, it's about God and the opportunity to grow because of him and the faith that it takes behind it. Everybody wants to say, look. Even me on this podcast, when I first started it, I thought it was going to be about me and my face, and I want everybody to know my reputation. That's not at all. I don't even have social media. That's how much I don't want this thing to get out there with my face on it. I just want to provide the good word. It just happens to be my face that's on it. It's not about me. Grow quietly. Right? Because they won't just come to you. Right? Like clearly there's an aura about everybody wanting to be seen. And I don't know what it is yet. But grow into a person that does things quietly, that grows personally, professionally, and does it quietly. I started every time for me, and I haven't done the habit of alcohol clearly because I took a shot at 11:30 a.m. of a liquor I didn't like. I started because of my goals of being healthy and wanting to play catch and wanting to water ski with my grandkids when I'm 60 or 70 and be able to hike with my kids and grandkids one day. That's one of my goals. So being healthy now is going to allow me the opportunity to do that. I started getting lunch. Every lunch that I go out to is a salad. That's my habit. It's a salad. That's me. And that's boring because I have salads a lot now. And sometimes I cheat and do a wrap, a Caesar wrap instead of a salad. But that's the habit. Every time I get lunch with a client or a coworker, it's salads now, right? Once I commit to something, I stick to it. That's my habit, right? What's your habit? That aligns with my goals. What are your goals? I don't want you to have my habits and my goals. I want you to have yours, right? I also will not have more than 2 drinks at a work event. This came from a guy by the name of Joel Adams, who is a high-level executive at the Cardinals. And we went to the Daniel Summit last year. He said he won't have more than 2 works at a work function. And guess what? That isn't a habit that I've adopted. And the reason being, I will never put myself in a situation where I don't have control of my tongue, my body, or my mind at a work event. Because this is real. Not a lot of people want to talk about it, but it's real. There are girls out there that will take advantage of situations. There are guys out there, ladies, I'm talking to you a lot louder than I am the guys. There are guys out there that will take advantage of situations. But if you don't have more than 2 drinks and you have control of your body, 2 drinks for me is where I have full control of my body. After 3 or 4, now it starts, slipping a little bit. So that's my habit. Because there are people out there that will take advantage of situations. And there are leaders that I respect in a work setting that I will not tarnish my relationship with. I have worked way too hard to build a foundation and a reputation. I will not be doing that and tearing that down in a work event. Maybe yours is to be in bed by 10 o'clock on work trips, right? Or maybe you wake up and every time you stay at a hotel, you hit the gym. So instead of going to brunch with everybody you just went to dinner with the night before, maybe you're hitting the gym. I don't know what that is. Maybe you walk for 30 minutes every day at lunch and everyone's like, why is that guy or girl always outside walking? It's 115 degrees outside or it's snowing outside. Like, you're crazy. Why are you doing that? You're the boring friend. But guess what? You're growing and you're doing it quietly. And God says what you do in private will be rewarded in full. Right? I have a weird habit. I only eat sweets twice a day. And guess what? That's pretty weird. And I don't care how many sweets I eat. So now it's really weird because people are like, what if you just had 1 brownie every day of the week? That'd be 7 brownies. You won't do it? I'm like, no, but I could have 42 brownies twice a week. They're like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, no, it's discipline. That's me. That's my rule. Might be cheesy, might be different. But now when we go out places, we were at a friend's birthday party the other day. My coworker comes up and says, hey man, we're going to have cupcakes. Like, is today one of your days? And they start supporting me in that journey. Because they know how much value it adds. Right? Everybody else are just tossing cupcakes to, like, everybody gets one. They're like, hey, not you. You have goals. You're disciplined. Is today one of those days? Because I don't want to break down your discipline because I care about you. Those are the people, one, that you want behind you. But that's the type of relationships you're going to build if you step out and be different. Right? Now everybody wants to support. My wife, coworkers, they support. Because with the right people around you, they'll help you get to your goals. 2 additional points on this, journaling and reading. There's a real power with putting words on paper, I promise you. Yes, we still do some research. According to a study by Dr. Matthews at Dominican University on goal setting. We talk about goal setting a lot. This is a statistic. If you write down your goals, 42% of you are more likely to achieve them. 42%, almost half, just by putting them on paper. An individual who's then sets time bound and starts weekly progress reporting achieve 40% more. How about stacking the odds in your favor? How about building a little bit? Right? Every time that I talk to leadership at Hunter as well, they bring up a book recommendation. Or they say a quote from a book. Hey, did you read this? Hey, look at that. Look at this leader over here. They said this. I'm like, oh my goodness. If everybody around me who's leaders in positions that I want to get to, gotten goals that I want to get, are reading, I probably should do the same. I don't think it's by coincidence that everybody around me who has positions I want to get to is bringing up quotes for books. I should probably be reading a little bit more. Leaders read. Simple as that. We got to continue to learn, continue to grow. And guess what reading is? Reading is not loud. Reading is not sexy. But guess what? There are so many individuals, men and women in this world, who have done phenomenal things that you get to learn from by reading. I'm not a great leader, so I listen to it. I'm not a great reader, so I listen to it. I listen to books all the time. I probably get 2 or 3 books done a month now because I can read one, I can listen to one. It's something that I'm still working on, I'm still growing towards. But there are people who have built things that I'm looking to build, that have gone through situations I'm looking to go through, and I now get to learn from them by reading. Another point today, be different. And this is where our social team drops in the song, I'm different, yeah, I'm different. Now, I don't know how my Christian morals align with the lyrics of that song, but I do know that that portion specifically fits right in here. I'm different, yeah, I'm different. Because I'm crazy. I'm real crazy. I've sung on this podcast before, and I'm not afraid to do it again. We're different. We love it. Once you surround yourself with quote-unquote boring friends, people that just work quietly harder than everybody else, look out. Look out, because look how fast you can run when you're all together. You get a workout partner, a friend who always goes to church with you, a spouse that challenges you to grow. Look out, because you're different and they're different, and now you form a different group. Whew. Now you're special. I'm not going to lie. My faith is pretty strong. But you combine that with Callie's faith, and how she grows quietly, how she prays quietly. I don't know all of her prayer tactics, but she's growing quietly, and I've seen that. And now you get us 2 in a room together, and somebody says, man, how are you guys so strong? How are you guys growing as young individuals moving across the country every 2 years? Like, well, first of all, I wouldn't recommend doing it every 2 years. But like, what's going on with you guys? Now you get both of us in a room where she doesn't know my consistent prayer habits. I don't know her consistent prayer habits, but we do know that each other are growing quietly and consistently. Watch out. Watch out. Being different has a negative connotation, especially in today's world. Everyone's like, oh, like let's just be TikTok famous. And like everybody just does the same dance and everyone gets famous on the same 4 moves. Everyone just wants to fit in and be in a group. And there is a sense of community that is important. I'm not discounting that. But we want to model our favorite TikTok star, favorite athlete. I just want to be like them. Well, you don't know what they've done in quiet. Steph Curry shoots 500 shots a day, every day, for his entire adult life. Somewhere around 2.4 million shots that he's taken. 2.4 million. And he set the record just above 3,000 makes. That didn't come out until he hit the record. Guess what? He did all of that in silence. He did that in the background, right? He didn't care what other people's opinions were of him. This isn't about other people's opinions. The people in your circle who know you and truly love you, they're going to want you to be different. Be uniquely yourself. Hunter and I were on the call the other day, and he goes, hey man, we talked for what, an hour? He goes, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks, appreciate it. We tell each other that a lot. And so I'm like, hey, thanks, appreciate you. He goes, no, you sound lighter. You sound like yourself again. Right? I know you're getting back to your habits. I know you're getting back to your roots. When he was in Buffalo, 30 days in, I'm like, hey man, how's your workout going? He's like, I haven't done it in a month or two. I'm like, I know. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you sound different. You're moving slower. You're tired. I can see it. It's my job to challenge you to do that. It's his job to challenge me like, dude, you seem a little lighter. It's his job to challenge me like, dude, you seem like you're in a dark place right now. Like, go figure it out. Right? That's our job, is to challenge each other. Because when you get people around you that are different, that are unique, that challenge you, and they challenge you because they want better for you, that's how you grow. That's how you grow. We talk to our friends back home, Hunter specifically, talks to his friends back home about what he's doing. They can't even fathom what he's doing. Can't even fathom it, right? We just move differently, and it's quiet. And after 4 or 5 years, now you go back home and you're like, holy smokes, everybody there is still doing the same stuff. I called my grandparents the other day. I'm like, hey, what's new and exciting? Because every time I talk to them, it's negative, and I don't really like it. I'm not going to get down it because they might listen, and my parents might get upset at me for saying it. It's just the same thing. So now I phrase my question of like, hey, what's new and exciting? And actually, I've been doing that a lot with people, and it just creates more positive, more great vibes. Everyone's like, oh, new and exciting. Look what's going on here. I got this. So just be like, hey man, how you doing? We've already talked to this in previous episodes. Stupid question. Hey man, how you doing? Stupid question. Everyone says good, and you don't get any value out of any of that. Hey, what's new and exciting? Tell my grandparents, they're like, nothing's changed around here. We just kind of sit and watch the game, and we're just waiting for the weather to get warm so we can walk outside. And I'm like, God, that's it? Nothing's new and exciting? And I get back home, I'm like, dude, I've been gone for 4 years and plus 5 in college. Nothing's changed in 9 years, almost 10 years. Nothing's changed. Let's get new and exciting. Let's go. Now I caution you. We don't want cheerleaders behind us. We want trench fighters. We want warriors behind us. Because there's a difference between a cheerleader and somebody who's going to grow in private with you. Because everybody wants to help, especially as you grow. Everybody listening here, you guys are elite. You guys are the 1%ers in your area, in your class, in your age group. You are. Everybody wants to help, and especially wants to get to the top. We're passionate about helping others. We do it every day. That's why we do this, right? But we also enjoy calling people out. That's how we grow. We challenge people respectfully, right? When you help somebody, you feel grateful, and then you feel empowered, right? You share an experience where your skill set helps somebody else that was in need, and it's not about you, it's about the experience that you went through. That's an amazing feeling, isn't it? Everybody wants to help. It fuels you. When you go help somebody, how do you feel after that? You feel great. But I just challenge you to make sure you're helping the right people and for the right reasons. Everybody wants help when you're at the top. I had a guy the other day, interesting story. And I texted this to Hunter right away and as it happened, because it was so weird. I just didn't really like the way it made me feel. This guy, I was bench pressing the other day. I don't bench press a lot. And I was trying to go a little bit heavier. And so I asked this guy to come over and help. I said, hey, I'm going to get 4 reps here. I want to struggle, like just help me, basically just make sure I don't die. That's all I'm asking for you. Just make sure that the whole bar doesn't collapse on me and I have to go to the hospital. Pretty simple job. He's like, cool, got you. Dude, big old Jack dude. He's like, I got you. Let's get better. Come on. And he's like all hyped up, like, come on, you need a lift, you need chalk, like, let's go. Let's snort smelling salts. Like, I'm like, all right, let's not do that at 4:30 a.m. And he's hyped, he's excited, and there's a reason behind the story. I promise you I'm getting there. There's a reason behind the story, because people are going to come up to you and they're going to be like, dude, I see what you're doing. Let's go. I want to help you get to the top. Let's climb. Let's go. And they're all hyped and they're all high and mighty. And I get down on the bench and I start going. I'm struggling a little bit and I'm going to do 4 reps. So that means I can at least do 2 of them by myself, right? So I get up there, first rep, dude just pulls the bar up. He's like, come on, let's go, 3 more. And I'm like, that was kind of weird. Like, I didn't even struggle. My muscles barely tense. So I go back down, I go back up. He basically pulls it up for me. Come on, let's go. We finished 4 reps, and he pulls up all 4 of them for me. And he's all hype. He's like banging on his chest, like giving me high fives, like chest bumps, like, let's go. Come on. You just moved a ton of weight. Like, let's go. Give me all this encouragement. And I sat there. I'm like, I didn't get better. This dude just did it for me. I didn't get better at all. My muscles didn't even flex. I didn't break down anything. This guy's pumping his chest and screaming and yelling at the top, looking at my success, quote unquote success from this bench press. But we didn't get better. I don't want people like that in my life, and you shouldn't either. You deserve better than that. Get in the trenches with me. Logan and Ash and Hunter during my Charlotte decision were in the trenches with me. Ash challenged me and actually told me to make the opposite decision based on his knowledge and experience. Logan went directly to the Bible and challenged me to go dive deeper into God's word. Hunter was with me being like, dude, I kind of just made the same decision. Like, let's just go, Challenging me in different aspects, but not saying, hey, whatever you want, man, whatever, that's cool, just go. And then whenever you get to the top, I'm going to celebrate you. No, call me out, make me think. Don't just go, yeah, man, whatever you think, it'll all work out. Like, just make sure you quote me in your book sometime. That's not the type of people you want in your life. Tell me I'm making a mistake. Make me think about it. My VP here in Phoenix told me that moving and this career move is a bad move, based on his opinion and his experience. Well, guess what? That made me think a little bit deeper and made me sit in the well a little bit longer. Made me cry a little bit more. Made me have really deep conversations with my wife and challenge her and her challenge me a little bit more. Right? Made me understand the choices and the reasonings and why we were making that decision. Right? He didn't say that to tear me down. He said that to build a decision-making muscle for me. Those are the type of people you want in your life. So I challenge you. I leave you with the challenge. Who are you when no one's watching? Right? Strip away your career from your identity, and who are you? Strip away your family, name, legacy. Who are you? Right? I challenge you to be the boring friend. Quietly get better in shape. Don't go yelling it from the rooftops that you're going to lose 40 pounds. Just go do it. And then people are going to be like, holy smokes. This girl just lost 40 pounds in 6 months. How'd you do it? Now you can tell your story because of the platform you've created, right? You quietly gain more knowledge. You quietly build your wealth. Then when the spotlight's on you, when it's your time, you're leaps and bounds above everybody else and where they thought you were going to be. And then the spotlight can be a platform to share your goals and your process. For me, the weird thing the different thing was start a podcast. My dad didn't even know how to get music on his phone when I started a podcast. I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. He's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, well, it's on Spotify and Apple. He's like, what are both of those? I'm like, oh, they're platforms you can listen to music on your phone. He's like, where's the iPod? Like, we don't have iPods anymore? I know that was like 10 years ago, Dad. We're pretty much done with iPods. They're called iPhones now. Everything's on it's all in this little device. I went and started a podcast. My dad didn't even know how to get music on his phone. Right now, the podcast is a platform for good. It's a platform that we get to use for God's benefit, for your benefit, to impact people. So go be weird, go be different, and do it quietly. Because I get people right now that come up to Hunter and I both actually, come up to us and be like, dude, podcast, great, awesome. Can't believe you guys just started a podcast. It's phenomenal. I'm like, just started, brother. We're almost 100 episodes in. Like, whoa, 100 episodes? I'm like, yeah, we've been doing this thing for about 2 years. Oh my goodness, I didn't know it was that. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, we just been working quiet. We've been quietly building. Right? Successful people move quick and quietly. And then when their number is called, they shine. And their number is called, they shine. Last quote I'm going to leave you with today. Be a shark. Be a shark. Because you know why you should be a shark? Sharks don't care what other fish think about them. There's not sharks in the ocean just being like, oh, I wonder what that goldfish is doing over at that nursing home pond. I wonder what those koi are doing in the pond over there in North Dakota in the summer. I wonder. No, sharks don't care. You know why? Sharks are busy doing shark things. Don't care what other people are doing. Just go build quietly. Sharks don't care. They're just busy doing shark things. Right? All right, let's continue to do shark things. Let's lead from the front. Let's get better. And then when you do it, share it with us quietly and privately so we can promote you, because we love helping people grow. I don't want to promote you when you get to the top. I want to be in the trenches with you. I want to have conversations in the trenches with you. I want to suffer with you. That's what I want to do. That's why the coaching platform is built. I want to be in the trenches with you. All right, let's continue to inspire others and grow together.